Oh, cute. Hey, Charlotte. Oh. Aren't you so happy? Yeah, hair's still growing back here, the little wound she had. Yeah. Yeah, someone's flushed her dunny. Hear the water going through there. Oh, little jaws I like, eh? Oh, cute. Good day, viewers. Well, I've actually changed the engine mounts on my ute, and they are frigged up. Miles just sat the engine and dragged it along on the road behind me on the ball and chain. That's how bad it was. We had to make a special tool to get those bolts out of those engine mounts. We had to sacrifice a good spanner, but we've got plenty of that size anyway. 15mm spanner we had to cut. And if I can find it, we had to make our own tool. That's the other half of it, which I've kept. We can make another tool out of that. It's a good thing about having lots and lots and lots of surplus tools. That one's been broken. Try and find where I put it, but we've had to make a special tool to get to this bolt to get the engine mount off. It involved a broken ratchet and cutting the 15mm spanner in half. It's in here somewhere. I didn't throw it out. Definitely not throwing it out. It's it. Oh, I can't know where I put it. There it is. Our homemade tool. Because to get the mounts off, you have to get right in under where the bloody member is of the chassis. And the best way to do it, or where the K-frame is, I should say, the best way to do that is we need a special spanner to go in there. So we've had to make one. And this makes it a lot easier. Our spatchet, or ratchet spanner, whatever you want to call it. Now, I'm glad I changed these, because these things did 170,000 Ks. Original engine mounts, and I only changed these about a month ago. You see where they got so bad? That's actually, it got really annoying when I was driving it, and the whole bloody ute would just rattle. It would be so noisy, and even when I was driving. It's got so noisy and rattly. And these things, even inside there, filled up with water from the top. So these are the top parts, and these are the bottom. I sat like that. That's the passenger side. That was the driver's side. As you can see how bad they got. I got some new ones put in, and boy, it's like a bloody brand new car. Yeah, these mounts are buggered. I've never seen engine mounts quite this bad. You can see that it's been rubbing on the car. I've actually rubbed and rubbed and rubbed and rubbed on the K-frame. Yeah, they are rooted engine mounts. I could just take this bolt off and I could have pulled the engine out without even having to unbolt the engine mounts. They're that bad. Man, they're stuffed. But yeah, they are some buggered engine mounts. But there you are. And the good old Vada decided to go to Sparta in a big hole and buried itself alive, so to speak. It's deteriorated a bit. Now it went to 8 volts, now it's dropped down to 6 volts, and I can't get it past that. Two of these cells just suddenly gave away, they shorted. They're pretty warm. So much for that bloody repair, putting the top on the cells up. That lasted pretty good, this battery. Oh well. This is Vada, the dead battery now. It only holds 6 volts. So I'll start off on this side from what I can feel. That side's okay, it's just these three. It's a gradually chain reaction of cells committing suicide in there. This battery's come up good, but because it was drained completely flat, I can't get it over 80%, or 350 cranking amps now. Bit of a shame. But what I bloody found, what caused the battery to go flat in the first place? My dad went and put some seat covers in the car. Because I got aftermarket seat covers, they were on special. And in the VYs, they have the height adjuster, the electric height adjuster. And the button for the height adjustment is here. You switch it up or down to adjust the height of the chair when you drive. And when you put the seat cover on it, as we sat in it and drove it, it got pushed so far in, it pulled itself up real tightly. And it was pressing up against that button so hard, it held it in the up position. And it was stuck. So it was stuck, or that motor was stuck, maxed out all night, and the relay was clicking on and off, on and off, on and off, till the battery went flat. Luckily the motor never burnt out. It was hot, but I did a couple of checks on my power supply, and yeah, the motors are okay. Nothing burnt out, just the battery got killed. But yeah, apparently there's a little plastic nut on the gearbox of those motors, and they tend to come off and jam up mechanically. So they seem to be fine on my car, but in 2003 onwards, say I'm changed those retaining nuts to a metal one. So these are R&J. R&J batteries are also these batteries, rebranded. As long as it says AC Delco on it, it's a Holden, genuine Holden battery. So that battery and that battery, two good batteries. This one is lasted about 8 years and it's still pretty damn good. So a good spare battery here I could use for put it from the other car. Might put it in the other car, we'll see what happens. But anyway, I've got a good paper shredder to have some fun with. I might do that whenever I get a chance, see what happens. Anyway, I've actually got me some banana boxes too. I made me a couple of banana boxes off my meters. Nice and strong. Ready for packing. Always wrap rags around everything so I don't bump and scratch things. Anyway, this is a VS ute my brother got for a project. Do quite like the old Commodore utes. They're a good, relatively cheap to run runabout car. Series 3 this one. Someone's put those lights on there, they're obviously not original. And needs a pan out and bar bushes done. And there's a lot of that sort of work done to it. It's done about 220,000 k's. Ex-fleet vehicle, so got a lot of general wear and tear, but nothing too hard. This will fix up really well. Yeah, sick of that lot has to be fixed. So a stick shift, column shift. I like those because of the room. You get a lot of room in them. It's very roomy and spacious, but the on the floor is more reliable anyway. All in pretty good nick. Apart from the odd wear and tear, but that's normal of a car this age. This one has actually got the inlet manifold gaskets are starting to go on this one. It's got a bit of oil starting to come through there in the radiator. And you look under the in the oil cap, you see a bit of coffee like in there. There's a bit of moisture in this one. Yeah, it smells a bit coolant like. But yeah, once it gets to this point, you're going to have to start to change them quick. You could leave it, but one, it's not really good for your motor to have moisture in the oil like that. And two, you'll start getting lots of duck butter, that white coffee paste like peanut butter. That's not good for your motor, so yeah, this will need inlet manifold gaskets. Other than that, should be good to go. A good oil flush and a coolant flush and a good long drive to get all the residual moisture out of the system. This thing's as good as gold. That's all that really goes wrong in these engines in my experience. These are better than the earlier ones that always threw rods. The gas was fitted in 2002, I think. But yeah, it's been a gas, that on gas for most of its life. 1999 model. Yeah, mine doesn't even have that Holden body design on it. This is the model, next model down from the S-Pack. My one's the same as this, but an S-Pack. So it's got a few other things on it. This one is the next model down from that. You see they move the cruise control module up here when they put the gas in. Not worth it anymore. These are pretty damn good on fuel anyway, these motors. Since this has been run on gas for most of its life, that's why I need the injectors done. Because running it on fuel, it's hard to start. And it's got a bit of a flat spot in one of the cylinders, kind of a little bit of a miss. when it gets to around the 2000 RPM mark. Because when you don't put fuel through them for a while and you just run it on gas, the nozzles of the injectors do get a bit sticky and clogged up with crap. Not the best thing for them. Best to run these engines on petrol. It's healthiest for it, because when you run it on gas, there's no lube for your valve, so you're going to have to stick this on there. I never see it on forklifts, say. Forklifts that we have are all of Nissan engines, and they all seem to don't differ much lubrication-wise for the valves, even though they're always on them on gas. Anyway, it's different with these motors. It just sucks the oil in there and draws it into the intake and burns that with the gas to lubricate the valves. And I've had to pinch to burn the batch out of this one, because it was sitting doing nothing, and this thing going flat for no reason. This doesn't get driven, it's just sitting here, because my brother doesn't have any room. It doesn't have any room at the moment at his joint to put this there, to do this up at his house. So it's been sitting here. And I put a new batch out of this one in my car, which yeah, just so I can get it going in the meantime, while the other batch is getting fully recovered. Anyway, that batch is okay for this one. Very good runabout. Very good, yeah, good runabout ute this. Cheap to run, cheap to fix. Yeah, I think he said he's going to pull the gas kit off this anyway. It's not really, could use it right on gas, but you don't get much mileage or power out of it. Gas isn't getting any cheaper anymore, so there's no point in having it anymore on the car. It's better, you're better off petrol. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.